The University of New Brunswick is a public university with campuses located in Fredericton and Saint John, New Brunswick. It is the oldest English-language university in Canada. It is one of 4 schools that claim the title of oldest public university in North America. UNB was founded by a group of 7 Loyalists who left the United States after the American Revolution. UNB has 2 main campuses, the original campus, founded in 1785 in Fredericton, and a smaller campus which opened in Saint John in 1964. In addition, there are 2 small satellite health sciences campuses located in Moncton and Bathurst, New Brunswick, and 2 offices in the Caribbean and in Beijing. UNB offers over 75 degrees in 14 faculties at the undergraduate and graduate levels with a total student enrollment of approximately 11,400 between the 2 principal campuses. In the fall of 2010, UNB partnered with Dalhousie University and the government of New Brunswick to open the first English-language medical school in the province at the Saint John campus. History = Founding and charters = In 1783, Loyalist settlers began to build upon the ruins of a former Acadian village called Ste and des Pays Bas. The new settlement was named Frederickstown in honor of Prince Frederick, son of King George III and uncle of Queen Victoria. Initially modeled on the Anglican ideals of older, European institutions, the University of New Brunswick was founded in 1785 as the Academy of Liberal Arts and Sciences. The petition requesting the establishment of the school, titled the Founders Petition of 1785, was addressed to Governor Thomas Carleton and was signed by 7 Loyalist men, William Payne, William Wanton, George Sproul, Zephaniah Kingsley, Sr., John Coffin, Ward Chipman, and Adino Paddock. By an 1800 provincial charter, signed by Jonathan Adele, the Academy of Liberal Arts and Sciences became the College of New Brunswick. The college was succeeded by King's College, which was granted by royal charter in December 1827. King's College operated under the control of the Church of England until 1859, when it was made non-sectarian by an act of the provincial legislature that transformed the college into the University of New Brunswick. In 1866, Mary Kingsley Tibbets became the first regularly admitted female student of UNB. = 20th/21st centuries = In 1906, UNB established a bicameral system of university government consisting of a Senate responsible for academic policy, and a Board of Governors exercising exclusive control over financial policy and other matters. The president, appointed by the board, was to provide a link between the 2 bodies and to provide institutional leadership. By 1967, the University of New Brunswick had 2 faculties, Arts and Applied Science. It awarded the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Master of Arts, and Doctor of Science. The latter was awarded only in the fields of civil engineering, electrical engineering, and forestry. At this time, the university had 156 male students, 21 female students, and only 11 academic staff, who were all male. In the 1960s, university policies changed in response to social pressure and the belief that higher education was a key to social justice and economic productivity for individuals and for society. In 1964, a second, smaller campus was established in Saint John, New Brunswick. The growth of the UNBSJ campus is particularly notable, for the campus began with only 96 students spread throughout various buildings in Saint John's central business district. In 1968, UNBSJ moved to its new home at Tucker Park. The Association of University of New Brunswick Teachers was established in 1954. In 1979, this association became the bargaining agent for all full-time academic staff, and in 2008, it achieved certification for contract academic staff. Relocation of the Faculty of Law. In 1959, the Faculty of Law moved from St. John to Fredericton following a report on the status of legal education in Canada by Professor Maxwell Cohen from McGill University. In his report, Cohen stated that the St. John Law School was only nominally a faculty of UNB. This prompted Lord Beaverbrook, as Chancellor, and UNB President Colin B. Mackay, to permanently move the St. John Law School to the UNB Fredericton campus, despite the dean's objections. Polytechnic Controversy. In the fall of 2007, a report commissioned by the provincial government recommended that UNBSJ and the New Brunswick Community College be reformed and consolidated into a new polytechnic post-secondary institute. The proposal immediately came under heavy criticism and led to the several organised protests. Under heavy fire from the public, the Graham government eventually announced that it would set aside the possibility of UNB St. John losing its status as a university and would refer the report to a working group for further study. The government would go on to announce in January that UNBSJ would retain its liberal arts program and its association with UNB, and the working group reported back to government in May, with its findings and government's response being made public in June. Campuses. Currently UNBF has approximately 9,000 students while UNBSJ has 3,000, although UNBSJ is growing at a faster rate. Both campuses have undergone significant expansion over the years, and many university buildings have received funding from Lord Beaverbrook and other prominent industrialists and philanthropists. UNB's largest expansion coincided with the baby boom, when its Fredericton campus tripled in size. Fredericton equals, the UNB Fredericton campus is located on a hill overlooking the St. John River. The campus is well known for its colourful fall foliage, Georgian-style red brick buildings, and a very steep hill. UNB Fredericton has shared the College Hill with St. Thomas University since 1964, when the former St. Thomas College moved from Chatham, NB. While the universities share some infrastructure, they remain separate institutions. Architecture. Architect G. Ernest Fairweather designed several of the campus buildings, including the old Civil Engineering Building and the gymnasium. In addition, several of the stained glass windows in the Convocation Hall were created by Robert Macaulay Limited. UNBF's War Memorial Hall, originally built as a science building in 1924, honors the 35 UNB alumni who died in World War I. UNBF's Brigadier Milton F. Gregg, V.C., Center for the Study of War and Society was created in 2006. The Richard J. Curry Center, a 5-story 139,000 square foot building, was constructed in 2013. National Historic Sites. 2 buildings on the Fredericton campus have been designated National Historic Sites of Canada, the 1827 Sir Howard Douglas Hall, and the 1851 William Brydges Observatory. St. John equals, the UNB St. John campus is located in Tucker Park in the Milledgeville neighborhood, several kilometers north of the city's central business district, and offers spectacular views of the Kennebecasis River and Grand Bay. New Brunswick's largest healthcare facility, St. John Regional Hospital, is located adjacent to the UNBSJ campus. In 2010, a new medical school, a joint project between Dalhousie University, UNBSJ, and the regional hospital, took in its first class. The St. John campus has undergone expansion over the years and is the fastest-growing component of the UNB system, with many new buildings constructed between the 1970s and the first decade of the 21st century. A trend in recent years has been a growth in the number of international students. Notable differences from its parent campus in Fredericton lay in the campus culture. While UNB Fredericton has a substantial amount of students living in its on-campus residences, this is not the case for UNBSJ. The majority of students do not live within walking distance of the campus due to its remote location, so unlike Fredericton, St. John is predominantly a commuter campus. Architecture. On April 1, 2010, construction began on the Hans W. Klon Commons, one of the most environmentally friendly buildings in Atlantic Canada. The building features an electric elevator that produces power for the Commons. The building is part of the Tucker Park Enhancement Project, which will include the refurbishment of the Canada Games Stadium, the new Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick facility, and the New Brunswick Community Collegia Euro unregistered trademark S Allied Health Building. Sustainability equals, The University of New Brunswick has attempted to reduce its environmental impact through installing a natural gas-burning microturbine at the central heating plant that produces 100 kilowatts of electricity for the university. Heat energy, a result of this process, is used to contribute to the overall heating of the campus to increase its overall energy efficiency. In addition, all produce and dairy products used within its dining services are obtained from local farmers and local producers. The campus offers grass-fed beef, fair trade coffee, and dining locations offer biodegradable to-go containers. UNB recycles electronics in addition to traditional materials and operates a move-out materials collection program. The university adheres to a green purchasing policy and has reduced greenhouse gas emissions 26% since 1990. They have also decreased water consumption since 2005 through the adoption of new technologies. With these efforts to create a more sustainable campus, the University of New Brunswick received an overall B+ grade in the 2011 College Sustainability Report Card put out by the Sustainable Endowment Euro Unregistered Trademark S Institute. Research and Academics, UNB is the seat of 16 Canada Research Chairs and is home to more than 60 research centres and institutes. It conducts about 75% of all university research in the province. Between 2004 and 2009, the university's research revenue increased by 77%, the highest increase among Canadian comprehensive universities. Reputation equals, in 2013, Maclean's magazine ranked UNB fourth nationally in its evaluation of the top 15 comprehensive universities in Canada. For several years running, UNB's libraries have been ranked in the top spot nationally in terms of the percentage of the overall budget devoted to libraries and in terms of holdings per student. In 2008, the National Post and the Ottawa Citizen recognized UNB as being among the top 3 comprehensive research universities in Canada for the highest percentage growth of research income across a 5-year period. In 2012, UNB's law school was ranked second nationally in elite firm hiring by Maclean's. According to Canadian Lawyer magazine, the law school ranks among the top 5 in Canada. Poets' Corner, because so many of UNB's students, alumni, and professors have produced celebrated poetry, the city of Fredericton has earned the nickname Poets' Corner. 2 of Canada's 4 Confederation poets Sir Charles G. D. Roberts and Bliss Carman were educated at UNB, as was Francis Joseph Sherman, along with a number of notable 20th and 21st century Canadian writers. In 1947, the Historic Sites and Monuments Board of Canada unveiled a Poets' Corner monument in honor of Carman, Roberts, and Sherman. Institute of Biomedical Engineering The Institute of Biomedical Engineering on the Fredericton campus is one of the leading research institutes in biomedical engineering in Canada. It was founded in 1965 as the Bioengineering Institute, making it one of the oldest research institutes to be solely dedicated to the field of biomedical engineering. The institute is also the region's prosthetic fitting center where amputees are fitted with state-of-the-art intelligent artificial limbs. The institute also carries out research in the field of myoelectric signal processing, biomedical instrumentation and human motion analyses. The IBME also developed the UNB test of prosthetic function, which is used by researchers all over the world. Although the institute does not offer degrees in biomedical engineering, students at UNB usually enroll in one of the other faculties of engineering such as electrical or mechanical and pursue their research in biomedical engineering at the IBME. Canadian Rivers Institute The Canadian Rivers Institute was founded in 2000 and is a leading site of river sciences research. The mandate of the CRI is to conduct both multidisciplinary basic and applied research focusing on rivers from their headwaters to their estuaries, to promote the conservation, protection and sustainable use of water, and to educate professionals, graduate students and the public on water sciences. Members of the CRI conduct research on regional, national and international issues related to rivers and their land-water linkages. Mi'kmaq Maliseet Institute UNB created its BED program for First Nations students in 1977 in an effort to help First Nations communities take control of their own schools. In 1981, the Mi'kmaq Maliseet Institute opened its doors with an expanded mandate to train professionals and improve First Nations access to First Nations education. The institute provides a variety of services, including research, curriculum development, language education, policy development, children's literacy, and more. In addition, the institute funds the Mi'kmaq Maliseet Resource Collection, which contains materials that are immensely valuable to knowledge of First Nations culture, history, and perspective in the region. Scholarships: UNB awards over $5 million in scholarships each year. The most prestigious of these are the Blake Kirkpatrick, Beaverbrook, and President's Scholarships. UNB has a scholarship guarantee in which any admitted student with an average of 80% or higher will receive a guaranteed amount of $500. As a member of the Lawrence Scholars University Consortium, UNB offers a matching tuition waiver as part of a $100,000 undergraduate scholarship to recognize incoming students who demonstrate exemplary character, service and leadership. 5 Lawrence scholars have studied at UNB over the years. Additionally, it is part of the Schulich Leader Scholarships program, awarding an $80,000 STEM scholarship to an incoming engineering student and a $60,000 scholarship to a science, technology, or mathematics student each year. Athletics: UNB Fredericton is represented in Canadian inter-university sport by the UNB Varsity Reds, while UNBSJ is represented by the UNBSJ Seawolves. The Varsity Reds compete in the following sports: men's and women's basketball, men's hockey, men's and women's soccer, men's and women's volleyball, and swimming. Men's and women's track and field and cross-country have been added as a varsity sport for 2010/2011. This is a joint Fredericton Saint John campus program. In the past, UNBF used different names for each individual sports team. For instance, the men's swim team was the Beavers, and the hockey team was the Red Devils. The university club teams, which are supported financially by the student union as well as by individual members of the teams, do not use the Varsity Reds name and thus continue the tradition of using different nicknames for each sport. Songs traditional among a number of songs commonly played and sung at various times such as commencement, convocation, and athletic events are, Camina Universitatis Novae Brunsvici, Alma Mater, and UNB Anthem with words by A.G. Bailey and music by D.V. Start. Colloquial songs included, Bombers Away to celebrate the football team, Bombers Away, My Boys Bombers Away, 'cause when you fight Red Bombers. Fight you Bombers, fight, fight, fight. Notable facts and milestones: UNB was the only institution to grant both President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert F. Kennedy honorary doctorates in their lifetimes. UNB owns 7,700 acres of real property in several sites, including an extensive woodlot adjacent to the Maritime Forestry Complex, formerly used for forestry education and research. Until 1968, the university had the power to expropriate land it may deem necessary for the purpose of the university without approval from the government. The Faculty of Computer Science in Fredericton was the first computer science faculty in Canada, and it went on to develop the first software engineering degree program in Atlantic Canada. UNB Saint John was the first university in Canada to offer an e-business program with its Bachelor of Business Administration in Electronic Commerce. The university has since been ranked by Canadian Business Magazine as first in e-business. UNB offered Canada's first university-level engineering program, established in 1855. The first engineers graduated in 1857. The university has the longest-running undergraduate forestry program in Canada, and its forest engineering program is the only accredited program of its kind in Canada. UNB's Planetary Space Science Centre is the only NASA-supported planetary imaging facility in Canada. Unregistered trademark Centre for Coastal Studies and Aquaculture does work in Canada, the Caribbean, the United Kingdom, the Mediterranean, South America, Australia and Antarctica. Unregistered trademark. Gregg Center for the Study of War and Society is one of the few research institutes in Canada and the U.S. studying the role of climate change in current and future conflicts. Notable alumni. As of 2012, the University of New Brunswick reports 64,000 living alumni, half of whom live in New Brunswick. Alfred Bailey, a Euro-educator, poet, anthropologist, ethno-historian. Sandra Barr, a UNB's Female Athlete of the Year in 1968, President of the Geological Association of Canada. Francesco Bellini, a co-founder of Biochem Pharma and Officer of the Order of Canada. Elizabeth Brewster, a poet and member of the Order of Canada. Rod Brydon, a Chief Executive of World Heart Corporation, co-founder of the Ottawa high-tech firm System House, and until 2003, owner of the Ottawa Senators hockey team. Bliss Carman, a 19th-century Canadian poet. Anne Compton, a Governor-General's award-winning poet. Richard Curry, a businessman, Chancellor Emeritus of UNB. Julie Dixon, a civil servant. James Gaitau, UNICEF India. Frederick Stefan Eaton, a department store executive. J. Bruce Elliott, a former CEO of Labot Brewing Company and present CEO of Second Cup. Hal Fredericks, a author and management consultant. David A. Gainong, a president of Gainong Brothers Limited. William Francis Gainong, a botanist, historian, cartographer. Sam Hines, a the Prime Minister of Guyana. Ed Kavanagh, a writer, musician, and teacher. Gar Copyright Radlar Forrest, a former Puissant Justice of the Supreme Court of Canada. Walter Learning, a noted theatre director and founder of Theatre New Brunswick. Alistair MacLeod, a author whose first novel No Great Mischief won the IMPAC Dublin Literary Award. Mike Maxween, a executive vice president Major Projects, a Sunker Energy Incorporated. Alison McCain, a chair of the board of McCain Foods Limited. J. Travis McCoy, a English Cultural Studies professor, Kung Fu instructor, coach of Canadian national Kung Fu team. Frank McKenna, a lawyer, politician, diplomat, banker. Gerald Marivu, a educator, politician. Sean Murphy, a lawyer, politician. Former Member of Parliament for Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. Anne Murray, a Grammy Award-winning singer. Robert Nielsen, a journalist. Troy Parfitt, travel writer and cultural critic. Penny Park, a science journalist, founding executive director of SMCC. Tony Proudfoot, a all-star CFL player. Sir Charles G. D. Roberts, a 19th-century Canadian poet. Andy Scott, a former politician. Hugo Shaw, executive vice president, TransAlta Corporation. A. Edison Stairs, a businessman, politician. Clark Todd, a award-winning journalist, killed on assignment in Lebanon. Edward Ludlow Wheatmore, jurist, politician. Mary Matilda Winslow, a the university's first black female graduate. Media. The university presses, the Baron and the Brunswicken, are members of Canadian University Press. Publishing since 1867, the Brunswicken is the oldest official student publication in Canada. UNB is also home to several notable magazines and journals, such as The Fiddlehead and Studies in Canadian Literature. Radio 107.3 fathoms CFM HFM, 97.9 fathoms CHSR FM. Newspapers The Baron, The Brunswicken, The Pillar. Magazines and journals The Fiddlehead, Studies in Canadian Literature, Acadiensis. See also, List of oldest universities in continuous operation, higher education in New Brunswick, List of universities and colleges in New Brunswick, List of historic places in New Brunswick, Maritime College of Forest Technology, Atlantic University Sport, Canadian Inter-University Sport, Canadian Government Scientific Research Organizations, Canadian University Scientific Research Organizations, Canadian Industrial Research and Development Organizations, University of New Brunswick College, Singapore. Further reading, Bailey, Alfred G., ed. The University of New Brunswick, Memorial Volume. Fredericton, University of New Brunswick, 1950. McGann, Peter. The Quiet Campus, A History of the University of New Brunswick in Saint John, 1959–1969. Fredericton, New Ireland Press, 1998. Montague, Susan. A Pictorial History of the University of New Brunswick. Fredericton, University of New Brunswick, 1992. External links: Arts Building, UNB, National Historic Site of Canada, William Brydges Observatory, UNB, National Historic Site of Canada. References